Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
Cause I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. Well, I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. Cause I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. Well, I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. Cause I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. Well, I'm a punk rocker, yes I am.
Yeah, I'm not good at editing. I'm never doing that again. What makes the new Superman movie so good?
Because I like
Order.
Hell, I love it.
Is it the score? Or the soundtrack that James Gunn's chosen for each specific scene? Or maybe the fight scenes and action scenes? The cinematography? I don't know. It's a question I've been asking myself ever since I left the theaters, and on my now, I want to say second rewatch, I just gotta admit, it's a movie. It's a feeling a movie hasn't given me in a very long time. But specifically as a real like comic fan and a real lover of comics, I gotta just ask myself, what makes the new Superman movie so good? I boil it down to the fact that it's the most Superman movie I've ever seen in my lifetime. You know, it clears every Superman movie past tense when it comes to Man of Steel, Superman Returns, and honestly, close call with the three Superman movies. But honestly, it's the one Superman movie I've truly gotten a feel of that he is Superman. Honestly, I'm a huge comic fan, and I love all things comic related. And one of my biggest and favoriteest characters when it comes to comics is Superman. So coming into this movie, I was really hoping for two things. I was hoping we get an accurate comic portrayal of Superman, and I was hoping this movie was just going to capture what it is to have Superman in a world, in a universe, since this is the first DCU universe that's going to jumpstart the universe. Damn, how many times did I say universe in that past sentence? Anyway, coming out of this movie, I felt something I haven't felt in a really long time when it comes to superhero movies, and it's hope. Now, everyone who's seen the movie, I'm pretty sure you know hope is a big central theme for this movie. You know, Superman is basically the beacon of hope when it comes to DC. He's everything hope inspires to be, and everything you should inspire to me when it comes to, you know, being hopeful. So, coming out of this movie, I felt a real sense and true feeling of hope. And like I said before, that crossed off the list of things I wanted to come out of this movie, and it kept me thinking, what makes this movie so good? Now, I think one of those things is just the soundtrack and scene James Gunn has specifically chosen for this movie. Every important scene and every important thing, like when you're in the theater and you watch a scene of the movie and there's a really good like soundtrack behind it, James Gunn perfectly captured that scene in that just attempt to really embrace the moment. Like, all right, spoiler alerts, if you haven't seen the movie, also if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's freaking amazing. That scene where they're going down the cosmic river and Superman escapes the black hole with Metamorpho, Baby Joey, and Krypto. That slow motion shot when he's blowing his freeze breath and just pushing them back from the black hole. The scene and the cinematography as a whole, it just captures everything it needed to be. It captured like, wow, Superman truly clutched up. Or my favorite scene in the movie when it's towards the final act of the movie, the final battle, and Superman saves that woman from like the building collapsing on her, and there's just that beautiful shot of him coming out of the dust, and the scene just captures it as a whole. That's another example of just the scene and the cinematography and the soundtrack James Gunn perfectly captured to capture what Superman is all about. And really, like I said, number one, it captures what Superman is about in the comics. He's about saving people. He's about protecting what it's like and protecting just the world and what it is. And it was perfect. It was perfect. So now here I am answering my question of what made the new Superman movie so damn good. And it's honestly just, it's everything Superman is in the comics. It's just everything Superman encaptures to be. Like, it really felt like I was watching a comic book open and just come to life. Like I was just perfectly thrown into the world and establishment of what Superman is. You know, we had the Fortress of Solitude, accurate representation of it. We had Crypto, and just we had Lois, a perfect accurate portrayal of Lois. I forgot what her name was. It was Rachel something, but great Lois. We had Jimmy. We had Daily Planet. We had the Earth globe on the building. We had Superman and his demeanor. You know, David Cornsweet perfectly portrays what Superman inspires to be when he was yelling at Lois that people were gonna die. It truly made you feel like, oh, this is Superman, and all he wants to do is truly just protect Earth like it's his own. And like I gotta say, I gotta give James Gunn props for his Jor-El and what's his mom's name? Well, his Krypton parents, and just basically reversing their message and making basically Superman a Saiyan in a way. And man, it was a great choice to make. I know it's controversial to a lot of people. It was an amazing choice to make because it really captivated Superman's personality, and how that perfect scene between him and Pa Kent, where his basically dad was telling him that kids aren't what their parents are. They forge their own path. And it hit me perfectly right here, because I saw the movie with my mom. You know, it was a highly anticipated movie for both of us, and we were there, and I just heard her, you know, keep repeating the lines Pa Kent was saying, talking about some, you know, kids aren't who their parents are. They forge their own path, and this, that, and the third. And it just hit me because it was a perfect scene, and it hit for not only parents, but it hit for kids as well, because it really, truly captivated, you know, the next generation. We forge our own paths, and we walk our own lines that our parents don't set for us, and maybe they did set for us. Like, you know, like in the movie it said, just because our parents set a path for us doesn't mean we have to walk that line. You know, we're our own people, and I just can't give it more props enough. So yeah, no, I think that's what really captivates and truly understands why this movie is so great, because it's just the scene, the cinematography, again, the soundtrack, the acting, the character portrayals, everything is just it blends so perfectly into like a perfect comic book milkshake. I guess that's the way I could say, or a perfect comic book movie. And, you know, I'm not even talking about the actors. Everybody was casted so well. I don't think there was a single miscast in this movie. David Cornsweet, Superman, amazing. I'm so glad he's new Superman. You know, we had Rachel's Lois Lane. We had Skylar's, is that his name? Skylar's Jimmy Olsen. You know, Jimmy Riz Olsen. We had Mr. Terrific, and we had Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner. What's his name? Who played Mr. Terrific? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna edit this in the video. You know, we had Isabella's Hawk Girl, man. We had Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor. I can go on and on about the cast. Everybody was just great, and just props to James Gunn for making such a great movie. Again, I'm such a comic book fan, and this movie did exactly what it was supposed to do. It made me excited. It made me worthwhile for the new DC universe. It made me wanting more. It made me hungry for more. I'm so excited to see what else, and just to explore and get used to this new DC universe we're thrusted in. I think the next movie we have looking forward to is, I think, Supergirl. Yeah, James Gunn posted that on Twitter and Instagram and all that, and I'm excited to see her. What is it? I'm butchering all the names here, but what is it? I don't know how to say her name, but I'm excited for her Supergirl, you know, and I'm excited for Jason Momoa's Lobo. I'm excited for this Peacemaker. So yeah, it's just this movie. It just, I guess what made it so perfect is it truly captivated Superman, and it was just such a fresh breath air out of all the, I don't want to say negative portrayals of Superman we've gotten before us, but such dark and just gritty portrayals of Superman. Like, honestly, I liked Henry Cavill's Superman, but he never really captivated that hopeful, you know, feature of Superman. It was more so just telling and not showing. You feel me? Like, they kept always pushing, oh, the narrative Superman's, he's here to save us, he's this, that, and the third, he's beacon of hope, but he never really showed us that, you know. I'm pretty sure you see on TikTok all the memes of him ore farming and stuff like that, and it was just a case of just basically tell and not show, or show not tell, or yeah, it's tell and not show. And you know, the cinematography also was all dark and gritty, and this movie was just so colorful and vibrant, and just, man, I can go on and on and on glazing this new Superman movie, man. But yeah, I think that's what makes it perfect. I think it was not only a breath of air for comic book fans who desperately wanted a new portrayal and the right accurate portrayal of Superman, but it's just that feel good movie that a Superman movie should give you. It was just like, wow, I'm hopeful, and I'm glad. And honestly, it gave a lot of messages about the current day and age too. I'm not gonna speak on that because a lot of people have controversy with that, but you know, yeah, man, this new Superman movie, I'm excited for what the DCU has to offer to us next time, and just getting put into this universe. I'm excited for what James Gunn has cooking up, and it's just, yeah, no, this movie was great. It was terrific. No pun intended. But yeah, it honestly, it had me have the same takes of what I had in my love for the 2020 Matt Reeves Batman movie too. They both accurately portrayed the characters of Superman and Batman, and it had a lot of themes with parents and how their sons have to just carve their own path when it comes to being Superman and Batman. And not just that, but, you know, learning how to balance life as, you know, Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent too. It's just, yeah, it was just great. And I think that's what makes the new Superman movie so great. It's just a breath of fresh air. It's comic accuracy. It's light. It's vibrant. It gives you everything Superman should have in a movie. And I'm just excited for what James Gunn has next. I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but I think that's my conclusion on what this new Superman movie has. So yeah, that's my video for today, and appreciate y'all for listening, tuning in. You know, subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz, and yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.